District 32, and I'm speaking today with Nick Vague of Leap Resourcing. How are you, Nick?
Fantastic, thanks, Lorraine. How about yourself?
I am best I've ever been.
How's
Saved
business?
with authenticity. Really good, really good. Thank you. Really loving life at the minute.
Yes, wonderful. Yes. Me too. Busier than we've never been. Growing, scaling. I'd say walking the talk as well, which is great. We're scaling our clients too, which is what we like to see at Leap Resourcing.
Always feels good, doesn't it, when you're walking authentically?
Best feeling ever. Yeah, no fakeness, no hiding, just who you are. Everyone in our team is their authentic self, and we love pushing that to our clients too.
Beautiful. So what I'm doing, Nick, I'm just going to frame this conversation for listeners, and it's around, we're all business owners. We all need to grow. And at different stages of our business, we're doing that whole curve, we're up a bit, we're flatlining, we're up a bit, we're doing that whole J curve. And at certain times in the business, we have to grow, right? We have to invest in the business, we have to grow, invest in the business and grow. But what we need is resources, right? We need resources. It's that ongoing battle, right, between resources and cash flow. And it's the same problems, when we're a startup, then you've been in business for 10 years or even 20 years. So look, what I would like to do is ask you for some stories, some client success stories on how they've used Leap Resourcing to help them to grow, because I think sometimes people can be scared of, well, I don't want to hire a full-time person, I don't know how to manage staff, or I don't know how this is going to work, I don't trust it. So I'd love to just have a conversation with you to share a couple of stories to help people see how it can happen for them and what the outcomes can be.
That's great. Well, I mean, I would say a story would be ourselves, because we started off with one staff member and now we've got 75. And I certainly only have two hands. They're a little slow sometimes. I'm a little slow sometimes. So I've got a fantastic team that have helped us scale business. But I think everybody would rather hear case studies about clients. So that's absolutely fine.
I'd like to hear the number 75. It's still pretty cool.
Yeah, I do too. It's great. A lot of Christmas cards to write, a lot of birthday cakes. The first thing I want to just touch on is having the capacity to scale. So if you're at this point where you really want to grow your business and you're potentially going to turn on a whole lot of marketing, but then you need the capacity to handle that growth, right? You need the staff to be doing the orders, doing the customer interaction, the onboarding. If you don't have that, you're at risk of burning clients, because you get all this work suddenly come in and you're rushing and you're not doing a great job. And then if you burn clients, they talk and then you sort of go down again. So you've got to have the people there. But the main thing is people are expensive, especially in Australia. So you want to have a BDM or some salespeople or key staff in Australia. But if you're a small business and you're running on sort of the fumes of an oily rag and you're trying to make that next step to grow, you may not have that money to pay for all that. So having a VA is a fantastic solution. That, because there's less commitment, the price is up to 75%, 80% cheaper. And you get access to a fantastic talent pool of people. So you've got over 100 million people in the Philippines, enormous employment pool to be tapping into. And with us to help you, of course, it makes the journey a lot easier.
So who else have you worked with, Nick? How else are people using your services to grow?
Well, look, a good example would be Dina Syed from Brand Guru. We've been working with Dina. Actually, they're a client of ours and we're a client of theirs as well. So we believe in her work strongly. Dina's had Yasmin working for her for just going on a year now. And Yasmin has a diverse skill set, working from social media to web design. She's got the general administration skills, bookkeeping, all just a really good, solid general admin background. And I think the biggest thing she's done for Dina is help manage Dina's diary and help organise Dina. So me and Dina and I are very similar in that we go. We're not necessarily sitting there keeping an eye on what needs to be done where. Yaz just goes and organises all the work that's going on for Dina, organises meetings, does all the back and forth with emails. I know Yaz has now gone full-time with Brand Guru. She started off on 20 hours a week and now she's gone to full-time. And what it's allowed Dina to do is to step back from some of that monotonous work and actually focus on client meetings, going and having quality conversations, going to events, doing a little homework on different people she's going to go and meet with. And her business has soared. She's pretty much full now. and looking at bringing on additional staff. So that's the genius behind it. Now, I did struggle at first. Dina's a friend of mine, and I was saying to her, come on, you need to let go. You're working huge hours. You're going to burn out. And that's the other risk, is burnout when we're an entrepreneur, when we're in a business that's scaling. You've got to hand stuff over to other people and trust them. You've got to say, hey, look, I've seen what you can do. I've got my faith in you. I want you to take these over from me and report back to me. If you can hand some of those duties over to your VA and then they can report back for you, or even if they're just doing part of the work and you're finishing it off, it just gives you that time. And even if it's like 2 hours, 2 hours a week, that's 2 hours you could finish. You can go through your database and call a couple of people, do a couple of personalized calls, or just call existing clients to have a chat. And it's funny when you do that, clients, you're in the front of their mind, and then they might be at the pub or at the gym and they end up talking to another friend of business that talks about VAs for us or digital marketing for Dina, and suddenly you got a referral. So those little touch points are what a lot of people miss, but they are essential, and it just gives you more time to do that. And of course, to work on your business, if you're scaling, you've got to work on your procedures, your policies, automation, marketing plans, and your strategy, of course. If you've got a VA who can take over some of the more monotonous tasks and the everyday tasks, it just frees you up to have capacity to do that and capacity to scale, which is what we're all here to do. So yeah,
Beautiful.
Dina's definitely scaled and quickly as well. It hasn't been a 2-year process. It's been within, less than a year. She's had tremendous growth. So yeah, it's a good story.
Phenomenal. As business owners, we're working, anybody's working less than your 50 hours a week, is rare in the beginning, as you're growing. So that's the second example then. So it's administrator, PA, diary management, schedule management, social media scheduling. So it's another way to really look at using your services.
Yes. I'd say, I was talking to Michelle Adams, who's the CEO of Action Coach Australasia and Asia Pacific. We were talking about how, go hard or go home. If you've got a coaching business or any business, if you've got plans to scale, don't say, I'll get a VA or I'll get some help when I get to this milestone. Do it now. Do it now, because you're just making excuses and delaying the inevitable. If the hay's starting to sprout, water it so it grows high. Get onto it now. Scale now, because you may miss your, opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Nick, thank you very much. It's been really good talking to you. I think it's really important that people understand all the ways that we can use staff, and it is not for all, as you said, it's not for all roles, and It's not for all time. Each role has got a different. It's the same as any business. We all need different people and different resources at different times. But Nick, how can people have a chat to you if anyone might have an apprehension or just want to ask you a question about where they would start or how can they start? Because it doesn't have to be a full-time employee, right? It could be 5 hours a week or 10 hours a month or whatever they're looking for.
We generally start at about 20 hours a week.
20 a week.
We can do project work on the side where it's a little bit more expensive, but where we have capacity with our team, we can potentially do some project work on the side, but generally 20 hours a week. Okay, and look, if that's 4 hours a day, that will make a big difference to your business. If they can head over to www.leapresourcing.com.au or give us a call on 08 6331 6999. One of my management team will answer the phone, or me sometimes if I'm in there. And just book an exploration meeting with us. And it's just an opportunity to bounce out some ideas around about what's going on in your business, share some of the successes we've had and the things that we've learned working with, over 100 clients over the last 3 years, and just, come up with some good solutions. And then if they're interested or they want to talk more about coming on board with us, we're happy to do that, but we're not salesy. I want people to take something away from every meeting.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's how we operate.
Nick, thank you very much.
Pleasure, Lorraine. We'll see you at the
I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
All the best. Thanks.